Researching supply market and finding suitable suppliers. One of the key skills and knowledges required by an effective buyer is supply market knowledge, which calls for a respectable amount of research skills. The role of the buyer is to ensure suitable suppliers are identified in key strategic areas for supply of goods and services as well as works. Knowing the characteristics of different supply markets, in the main, as well as the key players and brands in the market, set the professionals apart from the amateurs. For this reason, we will now look at some examples of where information can be sourced for potential suppliers, as well as tools to evaluate suppliers' fitness to supply. Typical sourcing for information can be through 1. Networking with other procurement professionals, who may refer suppliers with whom they have relationships in the past or current time. 2. Forum of suppliers' websites or online directories with details of websites of suppliers. 3. Trade fairs, exhibitions, and conferences. 4. Supplier catalogs and price lists. The typical process to woo suppliers into relationships with your organization will start by requesting information about their business and products. A request for information, RFI, can be issued to get standard information such as turnover, number of staff, how long they have been trading for, and so forth. It is also important to note that suppliers are not mandated to respond to such a request. However, if they do, it can be the starting point to get to know them. Another tool commonly used to get to know potential suppliers with whom your organization may want to do business is via the Pre-Qualified Questionnaire, also known as PQQ. You will find samples in our portal. The PQQ is a document that requests information of substantial nature from suppliers in all aspects of their management control systems in order to gain an insight into their approach to risk management, determine their resource capability and capacity, as well as cultural fitness to supply. The bigger the monetary value of the potential contract or transaction, the more sophisticated and detailed the questions to be asked. The PQQ is nothing more than a risk management tool to filter out undesirable suppliers that will expose the buying organization to unmanaged risks. As suppliers are usually shortlisted using a variety of criteria relating to their competencies, price offer, market reputation, size, capacity, financial resources, culture, and compliance with regulations and best practices, each question in the PQQ is ultimately designed to assess these specific areas, the aim of the assessment being to determine if the supplier will expose the buyer to the following risks. 1. Price risk. This is the risk of supplier's price being increased post-contract award at an inopportune time.